Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me for this 1-hour class, which will be a fusion of Hatha and Yin postures. And considering the state of the world around us these past few days in early June, I would like to offer that this class is an opportunity to pause and listen, and to really take stock of who we are, how we are, and what it is that we present to the world. And through these postures, you can take the time to really get to know yourself from the inside out. If you don't know me already, my name is Tamara Maxim. I record these classes live on Facebook and then upload them to my YouTube channel, so feel free to check out any classes there. Let's begin this practice lying down onto our backs. If you have blocks for your practice, feel free to bring them with you. As you lie down onto your back, bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, and maybe put some blocks on your outer thighs. Let the head rest down and let your arms open up. Create some space around your heart. And let yourself be held by whatever is touching the mat and the earth below. Allow yourself to feel open and vulnerable here. Sense of exposing, peeling back the layers, the facade, the masks that we wear. So we can uncover the truth of who it is that we are, what it is that we represent, what we stand for, what we believe in. In this time of uprising, of fighting for what it is we want to see in the world, for trying to end injustice, discrimination, and racism, we need to step forward as our true self to really authentically create what we want to be right in the world and end what is wrong. So allow your true self to come forward here with your heart open, your palms open, a gesture of complete surrender. And feel free to create an intention for your practice beyond this idea of pausing and listening. Maybe it's a simple phrase, I am listening, I am here. This is what I stand for. Bring one hand onto your heart, the other hand onto your abdomen, and feel the connection with yourself. Start to breathe a little deeper into the hands. Release a little bit more when you exhale. And please dedicate this practice to all those around the world who are rising up together in the face of inequality, in the face of violence, in the face of hatred. And let yourself be a beacon of light and of love and of truth. Together we'll open this practice with a chant of peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace for yourself. Let it start with you. Peace for each other, for the collective. And peace for the whole world. The world united in peace. Deep clearing breath in through your nose. Big sigh out your mouth. Inhale to begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let this practice be a guiding light toward peace, and let us always know peace. Take 10 more deep breaths here. Allow yourself to remain open and present. Stay focused on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. The breath being the first step to inward peace. Last 3 deep breaths here. Feel free to sigh out your mouth for these last ones. Using it as a release, letting go. Let go of any pent-up frustration, anger, resentment, judgment, criticism. Let yourself be at peace. Last deep full breath in and a full breath out. Slowly release your hands. Guide your hands to your outer thighs. You can remove the blocks if you have them. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. And then bring your feet back down onto the mat. We'll come into a floating bridge pose. So make sure that your feet are no wider than your hands, and your hands are directly beside your hips, tucked in tight. Slightly squeeze the shoulder blades together to create a little lift in the chest. And as your feet press down on your next inhale, slowly start to peel your hips and spine up off the mat, lower to upper spine. Arms lift up with your breath, back of the hands touch down. Press into your feet, take one more breath, lift up a little higher as you press the backs of the hands into the mat. And as you exhale, slowly lower at the same time your hips, your arms, and your hands. Take a breath in here, and a full breath out. And let's do that a few more times. Inhale all the way up. Hips lift, arms lift, back of the palms press down. Stretch the front of your thighs. Exhale, come all the way down. And we'll start to move with the breath continuously. Inhale, hips sweep up, arms sweep up. All the way up, back of the hands touch down. You lift a little higher. Pause the breath. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. 2 more times on your own. Pause at the top, find that space in between the breath. Lift the hips so the thighs stretch, knees forward. Exhale. Last one, as you come down, pause. All the way up for your final lift. Exhale all the way down. Take a moment here, big breath in. A big breath out, really pausing in between the breath and listening. What do you hear? Practice your arms, keeping your elbows in line with your shoulders, fingertips pointing toward the back of your mat. Press into your feet, jog your hips a little bit to the left side and bring both your knees to the right. Feel free to use a block under them if you need. Place your right hand on your outer left thigh and turn your gaze toward the left. Create a stretch across the thighs, the torso, the chest, and even the neck. Even let your eyes roll all the way to the left side. Create some space between the eyes. A very slow opening for this practice. Allowing ourselves to drop into the body, get out of the head. And bring your gaze back through center. Bring both hands down to the mat to create a foundation as you bring your knees back through center. Just lift your hips back into the center and just take a pause and feel, listen. Cactus arms, hips a little bit to the right. This time knees come to the left. And place your left hand on your outer right knee. Turn your gaze toward the right and maybe your eyes even more to the right to create more space. Often in the world when we have quick reactions, when we're in our heads and not in the body, often really negative consequences. So this is the time to pause, to reflect. Slowing down the practice. Allowing the breath to come before the movement even, before the thoughts. Bringing your gaze back through center, bring your hands down to secure a foundation, to bring your knees back up into center. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep your right knee in, left foot drops to the floor. Take your right knee out and around your rib cage and in toward the right shoulder. Maybe extend your left heel forward, back of the thigh pressing down, and both feet active, Pavanamuktasana. Activating the ascending colon. This is how we get nutrients from the foods we eat. Supporting our digestive system. And let your knee drop a little bit more out to the right. Reach from the inside and then wrap your right fingertips around your outer right foot as you pull that knee down. And as the knee pulls down, try to get it all the way down. And maybe that left leg will teeter-totter up. Be okay with this kind of strange feeling of the left leg just floating in the air. It doesn't need to go anywhere. There's nothing to do but just be with it. Slowly come back through center, knees to chest for a little squeeze. And then left knee stays in. Wrap your hands around your shin bone, maybe extend your right heel forward, back of the leg pressing down, up Pavanamuktasana on the left side, activating the descending colon for the elimination of waste and toxins, keeping the body clean and clear. And let your left knee come a little bit more out to the left arm on the inside, wrapping your left hand around the outer left foot, and try to pull your left knee down. Maybe your right leg floats, and let that front of the thigh stretch out here. Hip flexor stretching. Might be that your right foot can land all the way down. And being okay with wherever you are here. Allow yourself to exist in this open space. And slowly come back through center. Both knees squeeze in and maybe bring the feet together. Make a little basket around the outside edge of your feet. A little floating butterfly pose here. Let the knees move away from your chest, but pull the feet in toward you. Get a nice stretch in the inner thighs. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And then transition into happy baby. Both feet pressing up toward the ceiling. Pressing the knees down toward same time. So the hands are pushing on the feet are pressing into the hands. You create this traction to allow the tailbone to unfurl toward the mat. Deep, full inhale and a long exhale. And if you want to get a little extra stretch, wrap your right hand under the right heel and pull your right leg out to straighten. Maybe you tip all the way over to the right. Couple of deep breaths here. Deep stretch for the back of the leg, inner thigh. Keep yourself back up. You can maybe go to the other side. left hand from the inside onto your left heel, extending that left leg all the way straight, maybe tip all the way down if you have the space. Coming back through center, both knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. And then lengthen out your body. Take a big, big breath in. And a full breath out. And start to walk your right foot more to the right, your left or right arm more to the right. Maybe cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Wrap your right fingers around your left wrist and create a little banana shape. With really a big banana shape with your body. Banana asana. Really fun yin posture. Try to keep both hips down, so roll your outer left hip down. Maybe gaze up and underneath your left arm. Feel that beautiful side body stretch. And coming back through center, let's go to the other side. Walk your left leg more to... Oopsie. Always happens. Somebody always knocks over a water bottle in a yoga class, so let it be me today. Left leg more to the left, right leg on top. Maybe wrap your left fingertips around your right wrist. Look up to the right. Try to roll your outer right hip down. You feel a stretch into the outer right hip, into the outer thigh, underneath the arms. We'll have a little bit more action in the middle of the class, but opening this class slowly to drop into the body deeply. That's where we listen. Hard to listen when we're caught up in our heads and all of our thoughts and all the stimulation. To get quiet to listen. Slowly release, come back through center. Big stretch. And you'll keep your right arm extended above you. Bend your left knee and start to roll all the way onto your right side. We'll stay on the right side for a moment. And then turn yourself all the way onto your belly. And you'll be on your belly maybe with your head facing the end of your mat. You can stay that way. I'm just going to turn myself around so you can see me. You're welcome to face the other end if you like, if you want to turn yourself around. Let's roll right onto the belly, forehead down on top of your palms. Take 3 deep breaths. And then start to slide your palms underneath your shoulders. Bring your feet up into the air. Take your knees wide. Press into your hands. And push yourself all the way back. Balasana, child pose. Take a full deep belly breath in. And a full deep belly breath out. 4 more deep breaths here. Feel free to tent your fingers, extend your arms if you like, or even bring your arms beside your body, or relax them completely. Maybe rock your forehead side to side to soften any wrinkles or tension that's across the brow. Last full deep inhale here. And exhale. Now keeping your hands where they are, keep your big toes touching, knees wide. On your inhale breath, come up onto your knees. Keep the toes lifting. And as you exhale, slowly massage out the thighs as you roll down onto the belly, keeping the toes in the air, knees wide. Keep the elbows tucked back. On your inhale breath, push yourself up a little. Child pose, push up, exhale, hips to heels, forehead down. A couple more times. Press into your hands, knees down, toes lift all the way to the belly. Feel that stretch through the thighs, the hip flexors, as you come all the way back. Exhale. One more round, nice and slow. Inhale, ride that wave of your breath all the way forward. Toes are touching and lifting. Inhale up and exhale back. Take a deep breath here and a long breath out. And then come all the way back up and over for a child pose. Let your knees stay wide, big toes are touching. Bring your forearms down to the mat. And on your inhale breath, take a modified Sphinx pose that has kind of elements of seal at the same time. So toes are coming toward the back of your head as you lift your chest, stretch the belly. Create a back bend here. You can feel a little compression in the lower back, but pull forward and up with the chest, shoulders down. You're welcome to stay here. If you want to turn your fingers more toward the corners of your mat and then lift your arm bones, coming into seal pose, and you get a really nice stretch for the front of the thighs, and we want to create that. Take another deep breath in, pull your chest forward and up. A deep breath out. If you want, walk your hands just a little bit closer. Take one more inhale here. Stay for your exhale. And then slowly lower yourself down. Let your legs come together. Keep your feet in the air. Forehead down, and then windshield wiper your feet side to side. And then let there be stillness. Let the tops of the feet come down, heels fall open. Maybe wiggle your seat around a little bit and rest your forehead down. I think sometimes in this practice we get bored, or we think it's wrong, or we get tired of resting. And it's really what we need to do right now is to pause and reflect and give ourselves this time to really rest and recover from all that's been going on in the world, so that we can approach what's coming with authenticity, with truth, with clarity. Rest as much as you can. Maybe you'll hear something new, you'll see something new. And slide your palms underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. A modified child pose. Keep the toes tucked, hips to heels, forehead down. And then coming into a tabletop position, walk your knees underneath your hips. Toes are tucked, fingertips are spread wide. Move through cat and cow. Inhale, tailbone up, tummy down, chest up. As you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, tailbone up, tummy down, chest up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to your chest. One more time. Inhale, tailbone up, tummy down, chest up. Exhale, round the spine. Look to your belly, pull back just a little bit, tent your fingertips, round the upper back as much as you can, curl your tailbone toward your heels. And then come back through neutral. On your inhale breath, keeping the belly toned, extend your right arm forward, left leg back, press out through your heel, curl your toes. Exhale, elbow and knee slide past each other. 3 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. So a little bit more action now. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Last time. You can always pause here if you need to stop. Exhale, bring it in. Now let's come back up into the balance. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right arm. Maybe you can hook the inner edge of your right foot. Roll your outer left hip down and then kick your foot up and back. Lift your chest. Gazes forward. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release, and go into the other side. Extend your left arm forward, right leg back. Draw the belly in. Outer right hip down. Inhale, extend, heel pressing out, toes curl. Exhale, elbow glides past the knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in. Last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in. Inhale, full extension. Bend your right knee. Reach back your left hand. Reach for the inside edge of your foot. Roll your right hip down. Kick your foot into your hand. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Maybe looking up. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Let's take a child pose. Knees wide, hips to heels. Your knees can be together if you need. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And now walk your hands all the way over to the right side. Take an inhale breath as you lengthen the side body. Exhale, pull your hips back and down. Maybe place your left hand on top of your right. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, walk your hands through center, all the way over to the left side. Right hand on top of left. Hips pulling to the right. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Maybe the hands connect. Breathe into your right side body. Breathe out as you exhale. And as you inhale, walk back through center. Take a full round of breath. And on your inhale, pull your hips up. Press into your hands. Hips back and up. Downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal at your heels a couple of times. Right and left. Right and left. Let your head hang heavy. And then find a point of stillness. You can keep your knees bent, hips pulling away from your hands, chest moving towards your thighs, belly button on the thighs, and create space between your shoulders and neck. Roll the eye of your elbows more forward, spread your fingers wide, take a full breath in. As you exhale, if you like, straighten the legs more, press your heels down. On your inhale breath, lift your right leg up to the sky, stack your hip, bend your knee, open it up. Stay for your exhale. Inhale your leg back through center, press it up, and then lower it down. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg lifts up, stack your hip, bend your knee, open it up. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. One more, lift that knee higher. Stay for your exhale. Inhale your leg back through center, square your hip, lower your foot down. One more full round of breath. Exhale fully. And slowly start to walk your hands toward the back of your mat, coming to a forward fold. Take an inhale to lengthen halfway, look forward. Exhale to fold. Press down into your feet, rise all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, lengthen your tailbone toward your heels, arch back. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi, and just take a moment. Tadasana pose, very powerful posture. Release your arms by your body. Notice yourself, how you stand, what you stand for. You feel yourself in your authenticity and your truth. As you find yourself pausing and reflecting, listening, you really learn something in this moment. And bringing your hands to your heart center on your inhale breath, sweep your arms wide and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweep the energy up. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. And then hands beside Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Interlace your hands behind your lower back, feet are hip distance. Inhale, lengthen, lift your heart. As you exhale, soften your knees. Start to fold forward. Let the head come down, let the arms lift up. And from here, start to straighten your legs as much as you can. Let the chin be in toward the chest. Crown of the head down toward the floor, arms lifting up and over the head. Open up your shoulders. Maybe turn your head, yes and no, side to side. Create a lot of opening around the neck. You can keep your elbows bent if you need. They can even rest. The hands resting on the sacrum. Deep breath in. The long breath out. And release your hands all the way down and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Reach up to the sky. Big breath in. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Find Tadasana. Step your feet closer together so your big toes are touching. Take your right palm out to the right, left hand onto your left hip, and find a place to focus your gaze. One peaceful place. Bend your right knee. Your foot is behind you, and you're going to reach for the inside of your right ankle. So your fingertips are pointing to the outside. Start to kick your foot into your palm. Reach your left arm up. I want you to squeeze your legs together. Create a strong foundation. On your inhale breath, start to kick the right leg back and up. Kick the foot back and up. As the right thigh rolls down, you feel that stretch into the thigh and the hip flexor. Keep reaching forward with your left arm. Keep back with your right foot. Finding Natrajasana, dancer's pose. It's a celebration of Shiva, the destroyer of obstacles. Whatever stands in our way of peace, let it be destroyed. Let us be able to move through whatever is in our way. And it's our thoughts, our judgments, criticisms, our negativity. Let us move toward peace. Beautiful. Slowly coming back up. Reach your arms to the sky. Big breath in. Hands to heart center. Release by your side. Interlace your hands behind your lower back. Heel toe your feet out, hip distance. Inhale, lengthen, chest opens. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Let your arms come up and over your head if you can. You can keep your elbows bent, hands at the sacrum, or start to work the forehead toward your shins. Arms coming up and over your head. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. A few more here. Create space. Maybe turn your head side to side, or yes and no. Soften your knees, roll all the way up, reach your arms to the sky. Hands to heart center, and release by your side and step your feet together. Left hand out to the left, right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee, your foot is behind you, reach back and grab the inside of your left ankle with your left hand. Fingertips pointing out. Knees squeeze together, inhale, right arm reaches up. Again, that celebration of Shiva to destroy any obstacles that are in our way for peace. Allow yourself to pause, get quiet and listen. What stands in our way? What do we have to let go of, to remove, to create space from, to know peace? Starts within and moves outward. Slowly come back up. Feet hip distance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, release your right palm underneath your underneath your face. Bend your right knee, left hand to your left hip or hand to your sacrum. Start to roll and turn your chest open. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Take a big breath here. Stretch across the heart. Maybe look up as you exhale. Palm around, let it travel to your lower back or maybe to the top of your right thigh. Create a little bind there as you press press into your right hand. Right knee is bent a lot. Left leg is straight. Turn and twist. Few deep breaths. You will unwind, halfway lift. As you exhale, left palm underneath your face. Bend your left knee a lot. Right hand to your right hip. Start to turn and twist. You can place your hand on your sacrum. Maybe raise your right arm up. Create openness in the shoulder, in the heart after that back bend. Maybe flip the hand around. Top of the thigh. Turn and twist. Inhale to unwind. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise all the way up again. Reach for the sky, arch back. Hands to heart center and down by your side. Second set of dancer's pose in Uttara-Jasana. I want you to really think about, not just for yourself personally, but collectively, what do we need to destroy that is in the way of peace? It's not something outside of ourselves. It's a collective consciousness. It's something within all of us that we need to work through so that this world can really truly be at peace, that all people are accepted, that all people are considered, that all people are included. Something that we all collectively move through and work through to find peace. Take your right hand out to the right, left hand to your left hip, bend your right knee. Reach for the inside of your right ankle. Reach your left arm up, and this time we'll go a little deeper. Kick the foot back and up. Reach forward. Keep reaching forward. Keep reaching forward. Kick it back and up. And then find 5 breaths here. Use the kick to drive this posture. Keep kicking back and up, reaching forward. Equal and opposite forces combining here. There's a unity in this posture of strength and of ease. Challenge. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way out. Give yourself a little shake if you need. Step your toes together again. This time we'll bring our right hand to right hip. Bend your left knee behind you. Reach down and grab the inside of your left ankle with your left palm. Reach your right arm up to the sky. And again, going to a little deeper edge here. Start to kick back and up. As you kick back and up, reach forward at the same time. And feel this coexistence of these kind of 2 polarities. Reaching forward into the future, kicking back into the past. You find your balance here in the center, in the present. Combination of strength and ease. There's a sense of relaxation, but also challenge and difficulty as you try to find your balance. Try to hold on to it. For 3, keep kicking. For 2, and 1. Coming all the way out. Beautiful work, everybody. Give yourself a little shake. Take an inhale breath. Reach up to the sky, arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway. Walk your hands back to the front of your mat, making your way back into downward dog. Take a full deep belly breath in. Sigh out your mouth. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Stack your hip. Bend your knee again. Open it up. If you want to flip over into Wild Thing, turn your left fingertips out. Come high in your right toes. Arch up and back. Maybe look to your fingers. And then all the way back, 3-legged dog. And step your right foot inside of your right thumb. Your back heel spins down. Let there be hip distance between your heels. And rise up, a warrior 1. Outer right hip back, left thigh forward, reach your arms to the sky, maybe palms touch. Bend into that front knee. Just as much as you were kicking back and you reach up, pull your hands toward the sky. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And now keep the foundation of your right foot. Step your left foot further back, closer to the center line, and open it up. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Wiggling your front toes forward, extend through your arms. Take a full deep inhale and a nice long exhale. Get into it. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. On your inhale breath, bring both hands down to the mat. Step back, downward dog. And this is an option for a vinyasa here in the class if you like to take one or find stillness. You want to go for a vinyasa, ripple forward, high plank. Lower halfway or all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Take a back bend, cobra, upward dog. Back down onto your belly and push back and up. Downward dog for a full deep inhale and a nice long exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Stack your hip, open it up, bend your knee, let your foot drop to the right. Maybe turn your right fingertips out. Flip over into wild thing, high on your left toes. Outer edge of your right foot pressing down. Lift your heart, reach and extend. Big breath in and a big breath out. And then turn yourself all the way back around, left leg lifts. As you exhale, step your left foot through inside of your left thumb. Right heel spins down, hip distance between your heels, left hip pulling back, right thigh forward. If you can, close your palms together. Reach up to the sky with the same type of intensity that you're kicking back into your palm. Can you lift up and out of your torso? Creating a strong warrior, solid in your foundation. Ability to reach far. And keep your left foot where it is. Take your right foot back, line up your front heel to your back arch. Open up your arms, Virabhadrasana 2. Create a lot of space and expansion. Cross your heart, bending deeply into that left knee. Gazing over your front fingertips, be determined. Looking at what you believe in. Really examining it from this place of quiet and pausing. One more deep inhale. Pause, have an exhale. And windmill, both hands down to the mat again. Step back, downward dog. Feel free to take a vinyasa if you like, or pause and reflect and listen. And you can also pause and reflect and listen through your vinyasa by breathing through each movement. You walk your hands a little bit closer together. Look to the outer edges of your hands and either step or lightly hop into Malasana, a little squat pose. Bringing your hands together at your heart center. Heel of your hands down, lift your heart, and you'll be happy to know that was the last bit of action in the class. So we're getting back to the top of our Yin Hatha sandwich here. Started with Yin, a little more Hatha in the middle, and now we're going to end with Yin. However, if you like to hand balance and you really want to add a crow pose in here, and I know some of you might want to, feel free to add in a crow pose, balancing on your hands, and then maybe take a vinyasa and meet us back here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. Just stay here and relax, no problem. If you want to add in a little extra here, maybe you take your left fingertips out to the left and reach your right arm up to the sky, maybe turn it around. Wrap your fingertips around the top of the thighs, you turn up. And do the same thing, other side, right fingertips come out to the right from the inside. Maybe you turn and look up, you can reach your top hand up and around even, finding a little bind. If you've come through a vinyasa after your crow pose, come back through center, take a big breath in. And then from here, bring the hands behind. You can support yourself. Shift your hips back just a little bit and step your feet out wide and in front. Windshield wiper your knees to the right and to the left. the right and to the left, a few each side. Back through center. And if you like, you can stay facing one end of your mat or turn to the long edge. And we'll take the legs wide and we'll do a little series of forward folds here. You can make it as yin-like as you are interested, or a little bit more intensity. If you're going for more yin, then maybe you place a bolster or some cushions in front of you to lay over top of for either Upavishta Konasana, or in yin we would call it dragonfly pose. So fingertips back behind you, lift your chest, and as you exhale, fold forward. You're welcome to stay here. Maybe you take your arms to support on your shins, or maybe forearms down. Maybe you're laying over top of a big bolster or cushion. If you can go deeper, maybe you want to make a little pillow or use a block under your forehead. Keep pressing out through your heels, toes curling toward you. Keep the inner thighs active. Give yourself permission here to be still, quiet. It's a powerful time to be called to pause and listen. Not to react, not to pass judgment, not to criticize, to just be with what is. If you're a little deeper into the posture, start to push yourself up just enough. Be able to lay your right forearm somewhere along the top of your right leg, or maybe inside. You might have a block under it as well. Left hand to your left hip. Start to turn your chest open. And I really like this posture. We can get a lot of rotation in the spine. Even if you're high up, you can still be twisting. Even if you're up here, you can still be twisting. Then if you want to add in a side body stretch, try to anchor your left sitting bones down as you reach your top arm up and over your ear. You can even spin the pinky finger down, thumb up, to get an internal shoulder rotation. And maybe look underneath your left arm. Maybe you go for a bind if you want to go deeper. So again, keeping this more yin-like or more active, up to you. Either way, you get a nice side body stretch, and a stretch for the inner thighs and the hamstring. And slowly you'll start to rise back up, and we'll go to the other side. So left arm onto the left leg, either on top or inside. Wherever you are, right hand to right hip, you might be up high, no problem, you'll still feel it. That rotation into the chest. Maybe you reach your top arm up and over your ear, anchoring that right sitting bone down. Keep your feet and legs active, pressing out through your heels, maybe pinky finger down, thumb up. Maybe go a little deeper. So ready, slowly rise back up. Start to bring your feet in toward each other. Let the feet touch, knees come out wide, and you can use those blocks that we started with underneath your outer thighs. Something I like to do here is slide my hands underneath my shins, and maybe you can wrap your fingers around your feet. Take an inhale, lengthen, pull your chest forward the best you can, and then fold as you exhale. We'll take 10 deep breaths here. If it would feel better for you to be taking this pose on your back, you can, or letting the arms be out in front, or maybe using a block under your forehead. posture, we're rounding the upper back a lot and releasing pressure from the back of the heart as it pushes up. And we think of the back of the body as our past, all of our experiences that have shaped us to be the person that we are today, but often the experiences of the heart in our past have been painful. And they shape our reaction to day-to-day life right now as it is. Many of the acts of hatred and racism and discrimination we see are probably from people who have experienced a lot of pain in their past. So if you have any here and you're looking for clarity, you're looking for release, you're looking to let go, round the upper back a lot, push the back of your heart up. Let anything there be released. This is how we heal our past, by letting go. Reconciling, reconciliation. Coming to terms with what has happened and moving forward. Slowly release as you roll yourself up. And you can bring your knees together and turn toward the front of your mat. We'll make our way down onto our back for a couple of back bends, and we'll end our practice today rather than in traditional Shavasana shape, which you can take if you like. I'm going to offer that you use 2 blocks in a T shape. So just not quite yet, but maybe just while you can see it. One for the back of your head and one between your shoulder blades for supported fish. You can also do this with a long bolster or cushions. The blocks can also be on a flatter setting. So that will be our ending posture today, to really expose and open the heart. But before we get there, let's take a couple of back bends, one of or both of which can be supported by the blocks as well. So make your way down onto your back. Walk your feet underneath your knees, arms beside your body. And if you would like to take a supported back bend, lift your hips up and slide one of your blocks, or maybe both of your blocks, under your sacrum. And you're welcome to stay here. If you want to go into a deeper back bend with your arms beside your body, press your palms down. Make sure your feet are no wider than your hips. And then start to lift the hips up. And we started in this type of position, but it was floating. This time, interlace your knuckles, or your fingers right to the knuckles underneath your lower back. Knuckles moving toward your heels. Inner knees magnetize toward each other. Lift your chest up high. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take 5 deep breaths and keep pressing your kneecaps forward to stretch the front of your thighs, which we did in Dancer's Pose, Natarajasana. On your next inhale or so, flatten your palms, lift your hips a little higher, and then slowly lower. And if you're in supported bridge, you can press down into your feet enough to lift the block out. Bring your feet wide, knees together, hands over your torso like we started. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Take a second back bend. If you want to work to Urdhva Dhanurasana, press your palms up toward the ceiling. Bring the hands onto the mat and push up. And if that's not in your practice, just stay in these more supportive back bends. So arms beside your body, feet hip distance. Feel free to use a block if you like as you lift your torso. Maybe slide a block underneath. Or interlace your palms, opposite grip, just like we did when we did the forward folds. Lift your hips up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you're coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana, hands will be beside your ears, and then you'll press up onto the crown of your head and then lift all the way up into a full back bend, upward facing bow. Otherwise here, magnetize your inner thighs toward each other, hug your knuckles toward your heels, see if you can really stretch the front of your thighs, open your heart, deep breath in, deep breath out, and if you like, you can release your hands, press the tops of the hands into the mat, lift your hips a little higher, full breath. Breathe in, And then as you exhale, slowly lower down. And if you're coming out of Urdhva Dhanurasana, come down onto your crown when you're ready. This time my feet will come together, knees out wide, hands onto the torso. Breathe in and breathe out. One more, inhale and exhale. Bring your knees in together, in toward your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and a mild inversion here. Let your legs and arms extend up toward the ceiling. Viparita Karani. Maybe let your ankles and wrists rotate. Take a few deep breaths here. If it would feel good for you to move into plow pose or shoulder stand, if that's in your practice, feel free to go there for about 10 breaths. You can take traditional yoga headstand if that's something that you like to do. When you're ready to come down out of your inversion, please take your time. Come down slowly, lay onto your back for a moment. Take a few breaths. Take your time if you'd still like to remain longer. When you're ready, you're going to curl onto your side and push yourself up enough to create this shape with the blocks, this T shape, or set up a bolster. We'll come into a supported fish pose. So you can lie down with your spine aligned with the lower block, and the higher block goes behind your head. You can find butterfly legs if you like, or keep your knees bent or legs long. This particular posture will push the heart up, create an opening across the chest. So vulnerability here, very similar to how we started the class, lying down onto our backs. If you want to recreate that same feeling with the legs, you can, with Baddha Konasana legs. And allow this pause, this reflection, this time to listen. Allow the authenticity of your true self to bubble up, to rise up, to be seen. Underneath this cover that we have, these masks that we wear, the skin that wraps around our muscles and bones, we're all the same on the inside. Come back to your true, authentic self, this recognition that we're all the same, that we're all together. We're all the same species. We have almost identical genes, living on the same planet, same behavior, same actions, same reactions. Let us come back to that feeling of connection and togetherness. What binds us together as a species, rather than the few, very few things that separate us. Let us feel that unity. That same unity that we look for here on our yoga mat is the same unity that we're seeking in our day-to-day life. Come back to love, back to your heart. Please stay here in this posture as long as you like. And feel this connection to one another, all of us around the world seeking what it is that we need in order to find unity, in order to find peace. It's right here in your center. If at any time you would like to transition into a more traditional Shavasana, you can, or just stay here with yourself, pausing and listening. Listen to your open heart. Just as we started, we'll close the practice with a chant for peace, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, and I encourage you to listen to the sound of peace, to listen to the sound of your own heart. Feel free to join or experience the vibration. Deep clearing breath in to start. Full breath out. Inhale to begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May this opportunity to pause and listen be the beginning of the pathway to peace. Namaste.